Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are starting a big project that I have been wanting to do since the day I first walked inside this house. And this is it behind me right here. Okay, for this stairwell makeover, the very first place that we're going to start is the lighting, and I'll explain why. So this is the upstairs hallway, which is dark, and we'll be getting a makeover in the future too. But when I come from my bedroom, this light always freaks me out. I know it's crazy, but I always think someone is definitely here to murder me. So I want to move that light to see if I can't put a hanging one right there. Hopefully I can figure out the wiring and we can have one hanging down the stairwell. Okay, I've done a lot of tests on the wiring, and I am pretty sure that that wiring runs to that switch, but I'm not sure exactly how it gets there, if it goes up through there and comes down or what. So what I'm gonna do is take out that junction box and see where the wire is headed. Okay, I've figured out where all the wires go. I have taken the wire out of that, disconnected it from the light, and then I know which ones go to here. Now I have to have a wire from this one up to where I want the new light to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in a junction box, and then I'm gonna run my wire from here through the attic, down this wall to that light switch right there. Okay, this is the light fixture that I'm going with. It's like a really pretty matte black. It was sent to me by a company on Amazon, and I will link it down below because it's very affordable. And I like the size for this area, but I'm trying to figure out how high to hang it. Okay, Google says you should have like 7 feet in between the stairs and the fixture, and I have a little bit over that, so I think this is the spot. I think this is where we're gonna hang it, right here. Yesterday we got all of the wiring done and the new light up, and that was exhausting because it's super hot and I had to go in the attic, but that is done and I'm so happy with how that came out. And now we have to repair the big holes that we put into the wall. So I had 2 here where the wiring came down from the attic that I am going to put the drywall back that I cut out, and then This is where the old light fixture was, and I'll explain how I'm gonna fix this one. So this drywall is not super close to a stud, so I need to put a wood backer piece so I'll have something for the drywall to screw into. So I just use a scrap piece of wood that I found in the garage, and I'm screwing through the drywall into that wood to hold that firmly in place. And then when I put my piece of drywall back in, I can screw that drywall straight into the wood that we put back there. So we're kind of like making our own little stud. And then I will just go over and mud around those edges and then retexture those, and it should blend right in. Okay, for this piece right here, this is where the old light fixture was. So we don't have the drywall that was there previously to replace it, so it complicates that a little bit. But since this is an irregular shape, we're gonna cut out a square so it'll make it much easier when we go back in with new drywall, instead of trying to match this weird shape right here. And then we'll need to do the same thing that we did on the other pieces, and then we're gonna go back in and mud and texture that too, and hopefully everything blends in and you can't tell a light was ever there. All right, we've got all of our big holes patched, waiting on those to dry because we'll need to sand and then texture those. But the drywall also needs some repair in another place. All right, I'm hoping this picks up on camera, but can you see how it looks like there's cracks along where the drywall meets? That's because that is the drywall tape that is failing, pulling away. So we're gonna need to cut that out, apply new tape, and then some more joint compound, and then texture it, and it'll look good as new. So I thought my camera was recording when I was removing the old tape, but it was not. But I just took a utility knife and cut around it, and then the old tape pulled right off. And then you put some joint compound and your new tape up, and then when that dries, you do a layer of joint compound over the top of the tape. And then you sand and sand and sand and retexture. So I've talked about this before on my channel, but if this is your first time here, I have knockdown texture on my walls. So this spray texture is awesome for matching it. You spray it on and then you let it sit for about 8 minutes, and then you take a putty knife and kind of scrape it or knock it down for the knockdown texture. And then when you paint over it, it blends right in with the rest of the wall. Today is a big day. It is painting day, and where we finally see the outcome of all of our prep work, and it's a big dramatic change. It's one of my favorite parts. We're gonna start by priming everything. I already started edging a little bit up there, even though we are gonna paint the ceiling so everything matches. I am I still need to like edge and get in the corners, so I'm gonna do that all over, and then I'll go in with the roller. Now we're just focusing on these areas of the stairwell. The hallway up over there will be getting its own makeover, so for this video's purposes, we're just gonna do this whole stairwell situation.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older. When things are going right, you seem to have the time. But when it's hard, you just grow cold up. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires.
When I'm painting a space, I like to edge first, like paint around the doorways and all of the corners. I'm not sure why, and I'm sure you could do it the other way around, but I feel like it's the more tedious, harder part, so I like to go ahead and knock that out first, and then when I come in with the roller, it seems it just goes by like super quickly.
Been here 1,000 times. Set up a stage of lies. Say we're done, say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow we connect. Acting drunk even though we're sober. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you.
This was my first time using an extension pole like this for the roller, and I'm not sure why I've never used this before, but I decided to pick this one up because I did not want to have to climb up and down the ladder again, and so it was super convenient because I was able to reach this opposite wall standing in the hallway, and so I didn't have to go up and down a ladder over and over when I needed to get more paint on my roller, so that was super convenient.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after. And we do it all again.
I didn't remove this handrail because I was thinking my roller would fit behind it, but it definitely didn't. I'm not sure the plan for the handrail, if I'm going to try to reuse this one in the next video that will be coming up, or if I'm going to go with a new one, but either way I just decided to go ahead and take it off so I could paint behind it and make sure that all of the finish for the paint was even.
Even if we go a lot of breakers down, I know we are alpha and omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and omega, alpha and omega. Like the waves pull you down underwater. We're fun until we hit the bottom. And we do it all again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again. falling down, we faded. But I know that we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out.
After I was done priming everything, I let that dry for a couple of hours and then went in with my actual wall color. Now, here you can see the difference between whites and why getting the right tone is so important. You can see how stark the primer looks next to the actual wall color. The white that I used is just a little bit warmer, a little bit creamier, and it just warms everything up compared to the primer color.
We're falling down, we faded. But I know we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we could work it out. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, yeah, we could work it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, I know we are Alpha and Omega. Whatever happens doesn't matter, I know we can sort it out. Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega.
Okay, the painting is all done. New light is up. Old light, can't even tell where it was. This is where we're gonna stop for today's video. We still have so much left to do to these stairs. We have to do the railing, we have to take the carpet off and replace the treads. So much work, so much left to do, so make sure that you're subscribed because you do not wanna miss how it turns out. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.